Hello everyone. I want to welcome you again to my channel, and my name is Melvin. So in this video we are going to learn how to design a data collection form on a mobile device. So basically we'll be learning how to design Kobocollect. So Kobocollect is a kind of open source data based system that is available on Google. It's a free source app that you can use. But then we have Kobocollect, which is used on a mobile device, and then we have the Kobo Toolbox, which is available on a website. So how to use these two applications? Of course, the Kobo Toolbox is a kind of website that allows you to design a database dashboard. And also, a Kobo Toolbox is an integrated data collection form that you can have on your mobile device, and that if you have data collectors in the field, so that your field officers, your data collectors can use the application that you have designed on your dashboard. They can have it available on their mobile device, and they can use that device to collect data in the field. So it's a very powerful, and application that allows you to design unlimited number of questionnaires and data collection forms, and you can have your own dashboard. You can have your own dashboard in real time. On your dashboard, you can monitor how data is being collected. You can track, you can clean, and you can also, even when there is error in the data, you can correct those errors as the data come in. So I'm going to show you how to design your own dashboard for your project and the data you want to collect, the research you want to conduct. And after designing your dashboard, I'm also going to show you how to deploy the data collection form from the dashboard to a mobile device so that people can be able to use that to collect data in the field. The reason why Kobocollect is very powerful, because Kobocollect can be used both online and offline. So even within context where we have basically low internet penetration, you can really be able to use Kobocollect when there is even no internet access. And one of the powerful functions of Kobocollect is that it provides a kind of GPS connection. So if you have data collectors in the field that have gone to collect data, in real time you can pin, you can see where your data collectors are, and when they send that information, you'll be able to know the location where they have got the data, the time they have got the data, and you can track how data is being collected, is being managed, is being transferred. So Kobocollect is a very powerful tool. It is different from Google Forms and other data collection devices because this one is highly integrated, and I look forward really to helping you to understand how to use, not just how to design it, but how to use it, and how to also help other people to use it in the field. So before we go to the practicals of this video, I want to make it short. I want it to be within 15 minutes, but I'm doing my best. But before we move further on this, basically, I want you to note a few things. Now, quick steps setting up a Kobocollect. So by now, I hope you have understood the differences between a Kobocollect, what is Kobocollect, and what is Kobo Toolbox. So the Kobo Toolbox is an open source website that you'll be using to design your dashboard, and the Kobocollect is just the application that you can install on your Android mobile device, right? And once you have been able to install the Kobocollect on your Android mobile device, and then data collectors can be able to use the resources on the mobile device to collect data in the field in real time. So what are the things I want you to note as we move along? The first thing I want you to know is that you have to create an account. So if you have not got an account yet, then I'll be showing you how to have a Kobocollect Toolbox account, right? Because that is what we'll be using for the most part of what we'll be doing. So you need to have a Kobocollect Toolbox account. After that, you also need to log in. Of course, if you have already got an account, then I'm going to show you how to log into your Kobo Toolbox. After logging in, you have to describe your project. I'm also going to take you through how to basically describe your project. It depends what kind of project you have. If your project is about mapping like water points in your community, if your project is about mapping schools, if your project is about understanding learning outcome in a primary school, or you want to know the impact of your business, if your project is about getting opinion from people, you can use Kobocollect basically to do anything you want to do, any data you want to collect. You can use Kobocollect. You can customize it to the focus of the project and what's. So Kobocollect allows you to describe your project so that it can be really customizable, you know. And then after describing your project, I'm going to show you how to do that as well. And you're going to choose a workspace. So Kobocollect has like a bunch of spaces that you can choose from, right? So I'm going to show you how to choose those workspaces and how to use them as well. And then after that, we are going to build what are called a data entry form. So this is the form that you are going to deploy either on a mobile device or to Excel spreadsheet or whatsoever device. But I'm going to show you how to design and how to build up a data entry form from your dashboard. And then after that, I'm going to take you through the process how to deploy the form you have already built. And then after deploying, you're going to install Kobo on if you have an Android device. I'm going to show you how to install the Kobo mobile application on an Android device, right? So I'm going to take you through that process as well. And after that, we are going to set up Kobo, and once Kobo is set up, you are good to go. Up to hundreds of people can use your form to collect data in the field offline, and in real time you'll be sitting in your office or in the school or wherever you are at your business, and you'll be able to really monitor how data is being collected. You are able to see the data collectors in the field, the locations they are, and then the time they have collected the data. So nobody can lie. Even if someone didn't go to the field and the person said he went to the field, you can track it based from your dashboard. You know that this person has gone to the field. You know the time the person. For us to get to the practicals, we have to come to Google, and of course, as you're seeing my screen, and Kobo is already open on my screen. Let me just close my email address for now. As you're seeing on my screen, and Kobo is open. So if you have not yet opened Kobo, I want you to do that right away. You can go to Google, and if Google is open on your so if Google is open on your mobile device, you can run right away, and then you type in Kobo. Okay, so Kobo Toolbox, K-O-B-O. So I think it is here. We're saying Kobo Toolbox. So just click on that. Click on Kobo Toolbox, and then you will see like a number of results that will come out. This is the original what you have, the link. This is the URL. www.kobotoolbox.org is the URL. Click on it, and then once that open, you will be able to see the beautiful websites of Kobo Toolbox, and then you can sign in or create an account, right? You can sign in or sign up or create an account. So this is the Kobo Toolbox. You're seeing the logo. It has white, and you have to monitor. Look at this if it is the same what you have on your device. So if it is the same, then you are good to go. But that is Kobo's logo. And once your website, click on the tab where it says sign up. You can click on the sign up tab, and then you can come down to let's wait for it. It's trying to read up. Okay, it's here. So as I was really telling you in the introductory part of this video, that Kobocollect allows you to do pretty much anything you want to do with data collection. It has all the features of, you know, all the things that you want to do. If you want to collect numbers in the field, if your study is quantitative, if your study is descriptive, if you just want to map communities, if you want to map people and events, you can use Kobocollect to do whole lot of things. You can have thousands of questions. Like it says, we use existing questions. You can even import questions that you have on Excel. So Kobo is like, it is integrated with Excel spreadsheet. It is not just usable on a mobile phone, it is also integrated with Excel spreadsheet. So if you have like questions already, existing question on Excel, you can just like import your Excel into Kobo, and in real time Kobo is going to generate a data collection form for you, right? But even if you don't have like background on Excel, and then you just want to play around Kobo, you can still come to Kobo, and then you can build your data collection form from scratch. So I'm really going to take you through all of that. And then I just come quickly to logging in, getting started. So Kobocollect, like for the login function, Kobocollect has like 2 accounts. So you have to decide which account you want to choose. So Kobocollect has an account for organizations, and they have an individual account. Like if you are an independent researcher, or if you are just you have your business and you just want to collect data, student, you want to develop your skill on using Kobo more effectively, I will advise you to to create the individual account or the individual researcher account, because it really helps you to be able to customize the form to your interests and to the goal of your project. Of course, I have used both of these accounts previously. I have designed, of course, an organization accounts for previously. I've done that for a number of organizations. I've also done individual accounts for myself and for other projects I've been working on. So it depends on what is your interest. So for the purpose of this video, we are going to look at how to create the individual account, right? So this one, we're going to look at how to create this account. So the first thing you have to do, since I already have an account, I'm just going to log in. If you don't have an account, you have to create a new account with your email address. I hope that is understandable. So let's just log in and move on right away. You have to give it time, and okay, Kobo is taking me in. Kobo is taking me in. Of course, it's just loading. Good, I'm already logging. And now the reason you didn't see, of course, you have to enter your username and your password. Because I'm already logging, that is why you didn't see me entering my username. But if it is your first time to use Kobo after you have created your account, Kobo is going to prompt you to log in with your username and your password. Always ensure that you keep your password safe so that people won't have access to it. I will advise you create a very strong password so that only you can have access to your account, so that people cannot see some of the information you have. We move right away. As we are seeing, this is the dashboard of Kobo. This is the whole working space that you have. So what we have to do, as we are seeing here, we have project, we have library. So as you keep using Kobo, of course, Kobo has an algorithms that integrate some of the information you put in Kobo. So as you keep using Kobo, Kobo is going to learn, and it will reintegrate and redesign some of the keywords that you use. So you don't have to basically retype words, because Kobo is going to save some of those keywords in your library. That is why Kobo is very powerful. So you can always reuse information that you have. You can always see some of the information you have input into Kobo, and then yes, the experience is really amazing. So we have this, we have project, we have library, we have new, we have deployed. So if we have come into this, we have how to use the deploy function, how to use the draft, and all of it. So for the purpose of this project, we are going to start a new project. So the first thing you have to do is to click on new. Good. So this is the new dashboard. So Kobo has provided options that you can choose from, right? So we have build from scratch, use a template, upload XLSF form, import an XLS form via URL. So like the XLSF form is like something like a spreadsheet. So if you already have a data, if you have a database system on a spreadsheet, you can just run away to your spreadsheet, and then you can import your spreadsheet into Kobo, and then Kobo is going to automatically generate a data collection form for you. I've used this function several times. If you have like bunch of data on your spreadsheet, you can just upload your spreadsheet to Kobo, and then Kobo will generate a form for you. Or you can build from scratch. So for the purpose of this video, we are going to use the build from scratch function, because I want to take you through the process so that you can really understand how to do it, right? So we are going. Okay, so on the build from scratch function, Kobo has given you the opportunity to enter your project name. So you may want to enter your project name. So it depends on the research. I don't know the kind of projects that you are conducting, but whatever project you want to conduct, you have to at least describe the name of your project. For the purpose of this video, we are going to map schools. So we are saying community school mapping. So we really want to map some community schools in Sierra Leone, right? So we are going to map some schools. So that is the name of our project. And then let's describe our project. We say So let's just assume that this is the description of our project. We want to map some key community school in the eastern region of Sierra Leone. We want to allow the city council to effectively plan and understand needs, resources available at each school. So let's just assume that this is our project's goal. And then you have to, Kobocollect gives you the function to choose the sector of your project. So it has a drop-down list of various sectors, from public administration to arts to entertainment to health service. So if your project is about health, if your project is about education, is about a public service, so whatever sector your project belongs to, if your project is about peace building, is about law, is about environment, is a humanitarian response, is emergency, so whatever focus is your project, you have to choose a sector, because based on the sector that you have chosen, Kobo is going to generate a form that is related to the sector that you are choosing. So it's very good to always choose a sector. So for the purpose of this project, we are looking at education, right? So we want to look for a sector that is around education. Let's see if we have it here. Education, yeah, there should be something. Yes, we have it. Education, right? So we can click on education since the project is about education. And then you can also choose from country. What is the region of your project? So this is Sierra Leone, right? So we can just type the name of the country, and then Kobo is going to give us that country. And then we can click on this, and the tab, we can click on this so that Kobo can be able to generate information that are really related to your project. Once you have selected that, you can now create a new project. Kobo is going to generate your project. Congratulations. Look at you, you have already got a new project. We have already got a new project here. So what we have to do now is to try to create your form, is try to generate the form. So you have got your project, this is the name of the project, community school mapping. You can now move on now to build up your data collection form. So we can click this. I will advise, if you have already got some questions, you can just type in the question. Since, excuse me, since we are doing this manually, you can just move ahead to input some of the questions that you want to collect. But since we are mapping community school, we want to collect the name of the school, right? So we can say name of school. And then you click on add question. Once you click on that, Kobo is going to give you, so Kobo has given us options that we can choose from. So these are the inputs of the data. So it depends on what kind of information you want people to collect. If you are asking for the name of the school, then you are requiring the data collectors to input or to type the name of the school. So you're not going to select time, you're not going to select numbers, you're not going to select dates, because what you actually want to collect is a text description of the school, right? So you're going to select text because that is the input that you want. So Kobo has like bunch of inputs that you can select. It depends on what type of data you are collecting. So if the data is requiring the data collectors to only input text, then you're going to select text. If you don't do this, for example, if you select numbers, then the data collectors won't be able to describe the name of the school because you have selected numbers. So the only way to correct that error would be for you to come back and readjust or edit the form. So always make sure that you are able to select the correct indicator or the correct input method. If you don't choose the correct input method, then the data collectors will not be able to collect that information. So this is really, really, really important, because I've seen number of Kobocollect data collection form. The input is not in line with actually the information that the data collectors are collecting. So I will advise you always correct this mistake before you deploy your form. So since we are asking for the name of the school, we want the data collectors to enter text. So we click on text. And then you can always add a kind of hint question, right? You can say, please enter the school name, for example. And then once you have done that, you can, of course, Kobocollect is going to create an empty space where you can enter that school name. We have done this for this one. So the next data we want to collect is location. So since we'll be mapping community schools, we want to also map the location of all the schools in the eastern region. We don't just want to know the number of schools that are available. We just don't want to know the name of the schools. But we also want to map the schools in real time so that the data can be available on Google Map. So when you go on Google Map, you can be able to look at the data and then you can see the schools in real time on Google Map, right? So that is what we want to do. So we want to collect the locations of each school in the eastern region of Sierra Leone. So what we have to do in this case, we are not going to select text, we are not going to select number, we are not going to select time, we are going to select points. So this is a geo point, it's a kind of GPS service. So like I said, Kobocollect has an integrated GPS function that allows data collector to map schools, to map communities, to map water points, to just do mapping, whatever map you want to map, and that information can be available on Google Map. So that is why Kobo is really, really important. So since you want the data collector to collect like location, you can say, please input location, right? And then Kobo is going to generate all of that. You see that, and it is really, this one is going to be automatic. All the data collectors have to do, they just have to allow the GPS service on their phone, the location service on their phone, because every smartphone has a location service. So they just have to allow that service on their smartphone, and they will be able to collect the location where they are collecting the data in real time. So we want to collect location. We also want to know the school type. Which type of school? The school type. Of course, in Sierra Leone we have different type of schools, right? We have government-owned school, we have private schools, and then we have government-assisted schools. So we want to know the school type. So if you want to know the school type, it means you want the questions to have a drop down, right? Because then the data collectors who only click, they don't have to write the type of the school, they don't have to type in the type of school. All they have to do is just to choose from the drop down menu. So we want a drop down, or what we call select menu. So you're not going to take text because you're not expecting them to type. You're not going to select number because you don't want them to input number, right? All you want them to do is just to select from the option. So we are going to use the select function for the school type. And then, so you see what Kobo does. Kobo has generated the option base, the option input method. So you just have to now describe it. You as the dashboard designer, you have to describe what are the school type, and then that will allow the data collectors to just select options from the school. So we move on with this. So we can say government school. You can correct that. And then number 2 option, we say government assisted school. And then you can add more, private school. And then we can stop here, right? You can even add order, or if you want them to OTHR. So all of the other categories will just come on an order. If you want to do that, right, you can do that as well. So once you are done with that, you can just drop this back, and then the data collectors will be able to just click on the option that relates with the school they are collecting the data from. So that one has been done. Let's add the last one. We also want to we want to know the number of teachers that are teaching at the school. We want to know the number of teachers that are available at the school. So number of teachers at school, right? This is just example, it's not the reality. So since you want to collect numbers, you don't want to collect text, you don't want to select, you don't want to collect date, you really want to collect numbers. Since you want to collect numbers, you can come to the numbers and input method. You can click on numbers, and then GoDaddy is going to end. Sorry, I'm saying GoDaddy is not GoDaddy. and Kobocollect is going to allow you to input the numbers. So you can say, please input total number of teachers at the school, right? And then the data collectors will be able to input those numbers. So this data input system has been customized and they have been coded. So there is no way the data collectors are going to type are going to describe. For example, if you want to type 22, you're not going to type 22. You're just going to input the 22, the actual figure. You're not going to describe the figure. You're not going to spell the figure. You are actually going to input the figure, right? Not spelling it. If there are 22 teachers in the school, if you move on to type 22 or to write 22, it's not going to work. So all you have to do is just to input the figure 23. That is what you have to do, because that is how the form has been configured. So whatever you are doing here, it is not going to change. It is going to be like this. But like I said, if the data collectors encounter error with the form in the field, in real time you'll be able to use your dashboard to update the form, and then that error can be resolved on the field, right? So I want to say congratulations, you have already designed your first form in Kobocollect. So what we have to do next is to save this form. So once you have decided that your form is okay, you can add more information. You can add hundreds of information. But for the purpose of this video, we are just going to stay with this one, and then we are going to save our form. Of course, if you come to this tab, you can always delete, you can copy, you can duplicate the form, and you can add them to the library. You can add this form to library so that you can reuse them. If you want to delete this, you can delete it. If you want to edit, you can edit. Always you can edit. You can always delete, and you can always reuse some of this form. So what we want to do now is to save. Just click on save, and then your form will be saved. So once your form is saved, what you have to do is to go back. So if you come to this option, we have insert, cascade, and select. We have here collapse, and then we have here preview. So before you go to the save form, you want to preview your form to see if everything is okay. So you can click on preview function, and then that is going to give a preview of your form, the form that you have already. So let's give it a time as we wait for the preview. Congratulations, here is the preview of your form. So you can always scroll through and see if everything is okay. Now we have the name of the school. Yes, they can type in the name as you're seeing it in real time. We have the location, of course, the GPS. I told you, as you are seeing, it collects the latitude and the longitude, and of course, you're seeing already the Google map. So the moment the data collectors ping the location of where they are collecting the data, you're going to have that in real time on your dashboard, right? So it shows that it is in Sierra Leone, West Africa, in the eastern part of Sierra Leone, and all of it. So in real time, you can go to Google Map, and then you'll be able to pin and see all the schools in that localities. Yes, you can do that. So the school type, of course, we are seeing the drop down menu. We were able to create this, and the number of teachers at the school. So you can type the figure. If it is 23, you can just say 23, for example. So when you are satisfied, after you are satisfied, if you are satisfied that all this information is correct, if you are okay with your form, there is no error, you can validate. Congratulations, your form is being validated. It means there is no error in the form. So you are okay to publish and deploy your form. So let's move to the next step. The next step now is to return to list. Click on return to list so that you can see all the list of your projects. Now the project we just created was on mapping community schools. Here is the project. These are my other projects, but this is the recent project that we created today, and community schools mapping. So what you have to do now, what you want to do now is to deploy this project. You want to deploy this project or set it up. So in order to deploy the project, you can come to the right corner where it says more action. Click on more action. Once you have clicked on more action, and Kobocollect is going to give you the option to deploy. So you have a bunch of options that you can choose from. You can deploy the project, you can replace, you can download the project into Excel, you can create a template from this project. But we don't want to do that. We want to deploy the project on a mobile device. And since we want our project to be available on a mobile device, we have to use the deploy function. So deploy the project. Congratulations, excuse me, our project has been deployed. So, I'm sorry. So the interesting part of this, Once your project is being deployed, you want to go to you may want to go to the setting function to kind of set up your project so it can be available on a mobile device. That is the next step. But before going to the setting function, let's just go to the setting function and see what is there. But I hope the system is already set. I think the setting function allows you to just review the project, the name of the project, the description, the location. You can see if this is not correct, you can just stop it. You can start even sharing your project. But we don't just want to share this project. We want to ensure that the project is available on the mobile device. So what we have to do, we have to come down to collect data. Because we want this form to be available on a mobile device so that people can be able to use the form to collect data, we are coming now to the collect data function. So there is a tab here we have to click where it says online, offline, multiple submission, right? So we have to choose from these functions. If you look at here, if you come to the collect data function, you see that Kobocollect has bunch of options here. It has online, offline, multiple submission, online only, single submission, online only, one per respondent. So if these functions can be customized based on the interest of the organization, if you are collecting the data and you don't have the resources to hire like multiple data collectors, you can just like have a single data officer in the feed, and then he can do like multiple submission. He can collect data maybe more than once, so many times, and then he can upload those data on a database. But also he can have a system wherein he can restrict the number of times data is submitted. So we have only one submission, we have multiple submission, we have single submission. So it depends on what you can do. You can also code the form based on how you want it based on how you want data to be collected. You can code the form for data to be collected online. You can code it for data to be collected offline. So it depends on how you want data to be collected. But for the purpose of this video, we are only going to select, we are going to select the online and offline function. But again, you have to come down to the last option because it says Android application. Because we want like the data collection form to be available on a mobile device, so we are going to select the Android application so that the data collection form, the Kobocollect Toolbox, can be integrated with the Kobocollect mobile app that is available, so that data collectors can be able to access the form, and they will be able to collect data on their mobile device. So because of that, we are going to select the Android application. Use this option to collect data in the feed with your Android device, right? So that is basically what we want to do. So we move right away and select this option. So when you click on that option, then you have prompted the application to use Android mobile device to collect data in the feed. So Kobocollect has like a number of these like instructions that you can follow. So first of all, we have to install Kobo on the mobile device. That is the next step of this video. I'm going to take you through the process how to install Kobo on your mobile device. But before installing Kobo on your mobile device, you have to enter this URL. So there is a link here that we have to copy. We have to copy this link. So once you have, because this is a link that we are going to use on our mobile device to ensure that we are able to do that. So once you have copied the link, I want us to head right away on our mobile device. I'm going to show you how to download Kobo from Google, from Android Play Store. So unfortunately, Kobo doesn't work on iPhone, iOS. So if you have iPhone, I'm really sorry. I don't know, but I've been using this only on Android device. And like I'm saying, Kobo only works on Android device, right? So if you have your Android device, then you're good to go. So let's head right away into how to set up Kobo on your Android device. Hey guys, as you can see, I'm here with my mobile phone. This is my Android device to that. And then as I hope you'll see my screen. So if you have your Android device, you can just open that. And what we want to do, we want to go to Play Store, right? We can click on Play Store. And then once you're at Play Store, you're going to type Kobo. Type Kobo, K-O-B-O. Please Kobocollect. And then you can click on Collect. And once you type Kobocollect, you're saying this is the original app. So for me, Kobocollect is already installed on my device. This is the app. This is the app Kobo. You can just click on open, and Kobocollect is already installed on my device. So that is why it's open. So if Kobocollect is not installed on your device, you have to ensure that you install Kobocollect and then log in. So when it prompts you to log in, you are going to log in with the same username and password that you used to log into Kobocollect Toolbox. So you're going to use the same password that you already log into Kobocollect Toolbox to log in on the Android mobile device. So you don't have to create a new password. If you have already created the password, creating your Kobocollect account on the website, you're going to use that same username and you're going to use the same password to log into your Kobocollect mobile app. So once you have downloaded the app, you have logged in, then Kobocollect is going to give you these options. As we are seeing the options here, Kobocollect is giving you these options that you can choose from. It says fill blank form, edit form, and blah blah blah. So what we want to do basically, let me see what we want to do here. Once you have logged in, to Kobo on your mobile device, so what you want to do, of course, don't forget this link. There is a link here that you're going to use. Of course, the link that we already collected. This is a unique link for your phone. This link, https and kobotoolbox.org, this link is already connected to the form that you have already built in Kobo. So in the Kobo Toolbox. So this is the link, the form you have designed already. This link is connected to that form. So you want to kind of like copy this link. You want to copy this link, and then I've copied it already, and then you have to go now to your mobile device. So what you have to do in your mobile device to have access to the form that you have already built, as we are saying, fill blank form, edit, save form, send form. But since it is your first time using Kobo, you want to have access to the form that you have already created on the website. You want the form to be generated and you want the form to be available on your mobile device. So how to do that? So in order to do that, you have to go to settings. So if you click here, you see setting, click on setting. And once you click on setting, we are seeing server, project display, user interface, map, blah, blah, blah. So what you have to do, you have to click on server. And so once you click on server, and then you are seeing it says, my name is there, password. So where it says URL, you have to click on URL. And then the form that you have already copied, you have to paste that form here. So I'm going to paste the form, the link you have copied, you just have to paste the link. And then the link has been pasted. So what Kobo is going to do, Kobo is going to generate that link. Automatically, Kobo is going to generate the link. So let's see how it works. And then we just have to go back. And then how to get the link. So it says we have fill blank form, edit saved form, send finalized form, view sent form, get blank form. So we want to get now the form we have designed in Kobocollect Toolbox. We want to get that form and see how it is going to work on our mobile device. So we click on get form. Congratulations. Oh my. So here is it. We have got the form. So here is it. As you are saying, these are my previous projects, but the project we have done just now, that is it. Community schools mapping. So it says select all, refresh, get selected. So we only want to get the selected option, right? And then you can click on get selected, and then let's see. So Kobo is trying to download. I think we have already got that form. And then what we have to do now is to, we have fill in blank form. Is to fill blank form, right? So here is mapping. These are previous projects, but the project we did today, as we are saying, the date, this is 2022, this is 2021, and this one is 2021. But this project, we only designed this project today. So we are going to click on community schools mapping, and then we have got our form. So this is the form we created in Kobo Toolbox. We have got the form on our mobile device, which can be used to collect data. So how to see the entirety of this form? So you're going to click, let me go back. Let me just show you, go back to start. So if you want to see the entire content of the form, you can click on this tab. There's a tab here, the arrow tab. You can click on this tab, and then it gives you the total content of the form. So the same information we had in our Kobo Toolbox, we have the name of the school, we have the location, we have the school type. If you click on name of the school, it's going to open up. If you click on location, it's going to open up. So you see, Kobo says start geopoint, so it allows the data collectors to just pin the location of where they are collecting data, and automatically Kobocollect is going to collect the location of where data collectors are collecting data. So this is how to use Kobocollect. I know it's a long process, but if you take your time, if you pause the video, I know I was very fast because it takes really time to record this video, and I didn't really want it to be very long, but I had no chance. It just has to be long because it is a really long process. First of all, you have to understand, you have to first of all log into your Kobocollect Toolbox account on Google, on the website. After logging in, like we went through the entire process, you have to come to build the form in Kobocollect, entering your project's name, inputting the data collection questions. After inputting the question, you are satisfied with your form, you validate your form. After validating your form, you deploy your form. After deploying your form, you move on to collecting data. You choose the option for Android, and after choosing the option for Android, you copy the link and you download Kobocollect mobile app from Play Store. After getting it from Play Store, what you have to do, you copy the link and connect it to the server on your phone. After connecting it to the server on your phone, you try to generate the form. After generating the form, then you can fill in blank form. This is the blank form we already have on the screen here, as you're seeing from my mobile device. And then the data collectors can, in real time, go to the feed and collect data. And after collecting data, you can just save. You can save. Of course, if you come here, after you have collected all the data, name of the school, we say John Primary School, for example. Let's just do this exercise, John Primary School. We have got name of the school, start geopoint. So you see, it allows you to collect, the location, but I don't want to collect location for now, so I'm just going to deny this. And then we move to the next point. It says school type, so you're just going to select. You see the drop down menu we created, so you're just going to select which type of school. If the school is a government school, you're going to say government school. Number of teachers, if there are 23 teachers in the school, you select 23, and then you move to the next step. And then we've done. You've already collected your data. You can save your data. And then once you save your data, you can send. So we have edit, save data. We have edit, save data. We have send, final data, right? So you can come to send finalized data. You can click. Once you have collected your data, you can just select send. And then once the data is being uploaded in real time, you can come to your Kobo, and then you're going to see a new submission. Once the data come in, you're going to see it on your Kobocollect. So guys, thank you very much. I hope you've been able to learn today with your with your mobile device. Let's go back. With your mobile device, basically you can collect data online, and then thousands of people can use the data to go to the feed to collect data in real time, and then you can have access. You can see once the data come in on your dashboard in Kobocollect Toolbox, you can see the data, you can monitor the data. You can also deploy the data into Excel spreadsheet, and then you can analyze the data into visuals and dashboard where people can see. It depends on how you want it. It can be in bar chart, it can be in bars. It depends on how you want to visualize the data, but you have options to use in terms of visualizing the data you have collected. So I hope you find this video useful. If this video is useful, I want you to take your time to go through. If you have any question, drop them in the comment section. I will come back to your question. If you want to engage me one-on-one, you can always drop me a message. You can drop me an email. I'll be willing to come back and help you with any question. Thank you very much. I hope you will share this video. See you in the next video.